And we are live. Hello, and welcome to I'm Not Trying to Kill You Apocalypse World's Damp Spirits. I am your GM or MC for today, Ashton, and I have my three lovely apocalyptos here with me. I would love it if they would give a quick introduction of themselves. Just let me know who you are, what do you do, and what are your pronouns. And we'll start with Emily.
Hello, I'm Emily. I'm a filmmaker and an artist, and sometimes I make art for games. And my pronouns are she, hers, please.
Cool. And Luke.
What's up? I am Luke. I am a professional GM for children and a game designer. Released a game the other week.
Did.
It was
You
pretty
absolutely
cool.
did, and it's so good.
It was pretty cool. People have actually bought copies, which I was not expecting. So, good job, me. They, them pronouns, please.
I'm just putting a link to Across the Endless Sea, the game you just released, into chat because it's amazing. And if you want to see that and play, check out Wednesday's game that we played with Luke and Andrew and Derek and Emily.
It was so good.
It was great. Jimmy.
Hi, I'm Jimmy. I do a lot of things. I'm a comedian. I play games. I run games at gmforhire.com.au. And he, his pronouns, please.
Cool. Awesome. All right. So I think we can acceptably have a recount of last week this time. Who wants to give me an overview of what the fuck happened?
I mean, look, I'm not gonna say that Jimmy should have to do the Shiro Shinobi voice. Previously on Damp Spirits.
I mean,
Like
you're the one that's made yourself a radio host, Jimmy.
Yeah, no, that's
as if in the TV show version, that is not the framing device.
Yeah, that's definitely
Right?
Can you do it, Jimmy?
Okay.
Can you give us a recap?
I can give you a previously on, or
Yeah.
I can give you a quick recap.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean.
Previously on Damp Spirits. What did happen last week? We know that one of the informants, one of the stooges that helps out Mito Bright Eyes Armstrong's radio station, was brutally murdered. And most of the adventure for Mito was spent investigating and trying to find out, confirm, and pay tribute to a fallen comrade. There was lots of fire, lots of weird. The psychic energy was definitely flowing strong, I think.
There was some strange, spatial and temporal warping.
I mean, you went into the grove, right?
And
Yes.
you
which is a
decided to
known
play
weird
with
zone.
and you decided to play with the creepy fucking doll.
Yeah, and then you threw it in a fire because you're an
Yeah, I
awful
did, because
grandparent.
It was evil, okay?
I mean, says you.
Yes. I've killed a lot of people, and that gives me the right to say that's how it works, right?
Sure. I mean, not really.
Sounds
but-
legit.
Emily, I think Giv had a different perspective, saw some different things.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember where we started off. I think, oh yeah, that's right. I also found a house that Partridge and friends are setting up as a bit of a fortress, where they apparently want to keep their cars, but there seemed to be a whole bunch of stuff that they were putting in there that was a little bit odd, like fridges and things that they won't have any power for. And one of the people helping Partridge, Hoover, it was Styx. Styx was acting really weird and paranoid, and kind of hostile. So there's something deeper going on there, but we're not really sure what. So
That's
that was the
patently
other thing.
untrue. They dealt with you in an entirely reasonable fashion.
Right, of course.
That's
That's right.
what the Maelstrom told me.
Yes,
and
nobody
everyone
pulled a gun on
knows-
me at all.
Yep,
Yeah.
everyone knows that the Maelstrom only tells the truth ever.
Yes.
It's a source
Yeah.
you can
So they're up
trust.
to something, as far as I'm concerned.
Cool. All right. So my question is, do we want to fast forward a couple of days, or do we want to jump straight back into where we were?
Highlights.
Highlights.
Yes.
And yeah, then we'll decide whether or not we want to do.
I'm feeling a jump.
Like start of session will happen if we jump forward. We'll do this when you begin a session moves. If we don't, we'll pick up directly where we were.
Yep. And then as after the first like downtime gap.
Exactly.
Fiction. Yeah. No, totally.
All right. Well, let's do highlights because you remember the rules.
Yes, that is my job. I am the rememberer of the rules.
I mean, like having a rules lawyer is like an important part of every game, because the GM can't possibly keep like track of all that shit. So we'll start with Emily because you're the start of my little roster on the overlay.
All right. Sure.
Who do you know best?
Who do I know best, or who?
Who do you know
Right.
best?
Yes.
How
Who do
you-
I know best?
Yeah.
I know Sunrise best. I have +2 on my sheet for Sunrise.
Sunrise. What are you highlighting?
So I'm. Ooh, this is tricky. I almost wish that we had decided first because, like, without knowing if we're going directly on or taking time skip, I don't actually know what's going to be happening a lot in this
Yeah.
session.
So
I'm going to go with.
Well, I mean, has anyone got a problem with the time skip?
Nope, I'm keen for this. This is going to be
Okay,
great.
yeah, cool. Then we'll time skip.
All right.
I'll do a quick love letter. For
right.
the time skip.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So I'm feeling that probably there's going to be some conflict, some tenseness in what is about to happen after we skip a couple of days. But I don't think you're good at violence, so I'm going to highlight your hot so that you can talk
Okay.
people into shooting people for you, like in episode 0,
Excellent.
because that was great.
Excellent.
I'm gonna highlight your hard
Okay.
because I know it's not
All
the
right.
greatest, but like I want to give you incentive to like fucking bite.
It's
people.
my worst. But yeah, cool. All right.
Yeah, I totally want to see them like claw and scrabble like a small koala.
Yeah.
That'd be dope as hell.
Excellent.
Um,
I have collected 5 XP. I haven't chosen an improvement yet, so I might. Is it all right if I think about that now quietly while I
Yep. Can you also have a quick think about a picture for your character to put into the sheet so that I can put a token for you on the thing?
Sure. It's tricky because of the mercurial
God.
thing, but I have a bit of a sort of a base idea of what
Yeah,
that might look like.
whatever you think
So-
works. It could
Oh,
just
I
be
don't
like a
know
fuzzy-
enough
fuzzy blur.
actors to make this work. Oh God, I'll figure it out.
Cool.
All right. I think you're next in my roster, Luke. Who knows you? Who do you know best?
Who do I know best? I believe that would be Give.
Yeah.
Who I got a whole lot of XPs with.
I would like to highlight your cool. I want
Awesome.
you to like if I'm gonna be wild and scrabbly, I want you to be able to like keep your head.
Cool.
I'm
Also,
gonna
I don't know
synergize
if
with
you
that and
guys.
highlight your sharp.
Awesome. Also, I don't know if you guys have checked out the harm clock that's built into the sheets. Holy hell, it's so cool. You click on it and it fills.
Oh, that's
I'm
awesome.
just very excited about it. Everyone
Yeah,
should check. You should
that's
check
so
that out.
cool.
I mean, if
That's-
you check, I think if you like, if let me throw one onto the map for you, and I'll show you the cool thing I've been doing.
Oh yeah,
There's
you've got the
rollable
countdown
tables.
clocks.
I don't know if you've got it, if you can see that rollable table, but if I put this in here next to the grove,
I see it.
right, you can see the little clock, and then I can choose side, and I can be like 10 o'clock, and it should. There we go.
Ah. People who make these Roll20 macro character sheets are like
Yeah,
wizards.
yeah.
Honestly,
It was, like-
especially
like,
the
it took,
sprawl
like,
one.
5
The sprawl
minutes
one,
to set that up. It was so
Yeah.
simple and nice.
The sprawl one is just like, holy hell, how do they do that?
So you've got sharp and cool highlighted.
I'm sharp and I'm
Sunrise.
cool. Bam, 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 bam.
Mido, Bright Eyes, Armstrong. Who knows you best? Who do you know best?
I know Sunrise best at
Sunrise.
+3, which is getting pretty high. So,
Mido, Bright Eyes, Armstrong.
just as a reminder, don't do cool.
I want you to be hard.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
You're on a crusade of vengeance. I want to see you try and fuck some shit up.
I am okay with being hard.
Cool. All right.
Also, I just wanted to steal Ash's thunder.
Nah, that's rad. Mido, Bright Eyes, Armstrong. Oh my god. I love your little icon there.
Yeah, well, that'll be revealed later, I think. I don't want to let.
So you got hard highlighted. I reckon I'm gonna highlight. I feel like highlighting sharp for you. I'm just gonna go with my gut.
Sharp?
Mm-hmm.
Done.
Cool. All right. So if we're gonna do a time skip, do we want it to be like a day or two, or do we want it to be longer?
I think just a day or two. Yeah.
Yeah, I think like
Yeah.
particularly since we closed out to my memory with Rally to the Cause, like I think there's
Yes.
too much pent up like momentum and friction for it to really easily be longer than a week or even like a couple of days without it all.
Yeah.
And we want that to happen on screen because that's cool.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna get, someone to roll weird. Give me a second. I'm just gonna like do the fastest custom move ever.
I nominate the character with high weird.
Oh, pick me.
What?
Oh,
What was
pick
that
me.
voice on the wind? What
Pick
was
me. I love the weird.
that? Yep. Also, I found a picture of my character.
Oh, yeah, I
did
haven't
it.
yet.
I think it's great. It's so good. Shall I put it in the Zoom chat so everyone can look at it? Or
Yeah.
at least my fellow players?
I've put mine in my character sheet, and
Yeah,
I
you
hope
can put
it's
it in
gonna be a
the
Ooh,
surprise.
I need to figure out how to do that. That's better.
See, I can talk you through. I figured this one out actually.
Good
If you
job,
go to
Jimmy.
your-
Yep. Go into my character sheet. Okay.
Yep. So it's actually if you click on edit, at the top of the screen where your name is.
Ah, yeah. Choose a file.
Mm.
Oh, I've got to download it first. Right. Okay. Well, I just was hoping I could just be like, yep, here is a URL. Now make the thing happen. That would have been great. But no. There goes those damn Hooners with their
Yep.
fire cultistness.
I could fix that, but I could do a lot of things.
I could do a lot of things, says Mido Bright Eyes Armstrong.
For a picture, but I'm not sure.
Yep. There we go. It's my character. Oh yeah. Oh wait, we can't. None of us can see each other's characters in the roll.
No, I want this. This is gonna be the best. It's gonna be such a great surprise.
Now, I'm just gonna share it in the chat right now, so you can all see it. Because mine is too good to not be shared, because it's perfect. Drop us the link for me to come on, Jermaine. Come on. All the cool kids are doing it.
No, I think
were you
that I
checking
would
it in-
rather.
In which chat?
I've put
Oh, in
it.
Zoom
I'll
chat.
put mine in Zoom chat. It's also in Roll20.
Okay, cool.
Whereas Jimmy is
I
being
can't
withholding.
I just think it would be
I haven't
funnier
got one
to
yet.
sort of.
My God,
Feel
it's
like
something
mine.
really dumb, isn't it?
Oh,
Is it one of the guys
cool.
from Anchorman? Jimmy, please
No.
tell me it's not any of the. Thank you. Okay.
It's not one of the guys from Anchorman.
Is it the
wait,
weird
I
bowling
know.
guy from The Big Lebowski, or Tybalt from Baz Luhrmann's Romeo plus Juliet?
Don Leguizamo.
Because like straight up, that is what I am picturing in my head for Mito right now. That might be about to change. Who knows?
We'll see that when the character is placed on the board.
Oh wait,
Cool.
we've got all three of us. I've just put a custom move in there for one of you to roll
Yep.
Oh, cool.
for the group.
Oh, in which in
chat,
the
in Roll20.
Roll 20.
Roll20? All right. Cool. As you leave the grove, roll plus weird. Oh, awesome. All right. Sounds great. I'm keen. Okay, I will do this now. Roll plus weird.
This
Do
is
it.
it. This is it, folks. Right here we go. Gibbs' first failure on a weird roll.
I know, right? Why would you say that?
You are not allowed to talk during dice rolls.
My character may have a very poor weird,
No.
but in real life, I am a brainer.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Weird as a class
with
stat.
those boons, you are not avoiding being watched as you leave. You're not making out in good time, and you're taking -1 ongoing until you open your brain.
Okay, cool. So we don't make it out in good time. We don't avoid being watched. I mean, those make sense. Like I literally know there were wolves there.
Yeah. You also don't
So-
gain the wizard's insight.
No.
I wanted to
Go back
meet
in
the
later.
wizard.
Yeah.
I'm
They're
down.
both still there.
We could burn down another creepy doll.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
All right. So you know what I'm gonna do? It's gotten colder.
Just slowly dying from drinking my tea wrong.
Oh, friend, don't die.
It has gotten colder.
Yes, it has.
And like things are now more ice than snow or sludge. It is hard cold. The nights pass with the nights and days pass both without cloud, and the days are short compared to the icy length of the nights. The stars sparkle ahead like tiny ice crystals in the freezing blue black. And
It all sounds really pretty.
yeah, market day passes. We see a few more dead in the street.
Okay. Yeah. Is that normal?
I mean, people die. People die when it's cold, but like, it's pretty fucking cold.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Relative to the many winters I have known, is this a particularly bad freeze? Or is this like
it's
pretty bad?
chilly.
Has it
Yeah.
been this bad ever before?
I don't think so.
All right.
Not that you've seen, at least, because you've
Yeah.
moved around.
Yeah. Haven't been here my whole life.
No, exactly.
Been
So
other places.
you've had a couple of days, so you're gonna do the downtime move. When you so it should be on your character sheet. There should be a at the start of each session. Do a thing.
So I am going to spend 1 barter for myself.
Mm-hmm.
I have the barter. Also, if give hands over the abundance of sawdust in their pockets, I will spend that 1 barter worth of sawdust on securing their livelihood.
Well, I will do that. I will hand it over to you anyway because it's not worth anything. But I just took a new move. I have taken the move Feral. At the beginning of the session, you can choose. You can choose to spend 0 barter for the equivalent of a 1 barter lifestyle. You can survive happily on whatever you can find. So I'm taking
Awesome.
that one. But yes, you should have this abundance of sawdust because it's worth 1 barter in your hands, and it is not worth anything if I hold onto it. So yep there you go. 1
Cool.
barter worth of sawdust.
All right. The barter cometh, the barter is giveth away. Life goes on.
I'm curious to know what it looks like as you employ this new move, Emily.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think it's absolutely because there is the thing where Give can gets some value out of eating other people's belongings. I think and that's a move that mechanically involves other PCs, but I think that this just means that Give is eating the belongings of NPCs in between sessions, just sort of sneaking into people's houses and eating their diaries and things like that. just going in and eating people's stuff. So yeah, I think that's absolutely what it looks like.
All right, cool, awesome. Meteor Bright Eyes Armstrong.
Yes.
We had an issue with this last time. How are you doing?
Well, I think I'm actually doing okay because I have one to bring forward from the what was the move? The rally the crowd, rally to the cause move, which allows me to get one. Check me on the rules on this. It's not very clear. It allows one of the things that I can choose is 1 or 2 barter, and I'm not sure why I would ever choose 1.
It depends on what makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Whether or not those people can.
Yeah, if they're real desperate, you might not want to leave them begged, right?
Yeah. Do you take the shirts from their backs? In this case, it's the Wizards of the Grove, right? It's Curly and Mo. So those were the ones. Those were the people that you rallied. So I think maybe they let you take something as you left.
Yes, they gave me a tin of peaches. They gave me a tin of peaches, which is how I'm going to.
I mean,
survive.
Yeah, I think they gave you some tins of peaches, right? It's still only one barter, but
yes,
just a couple.
So it's we're calling that 1 barter.
We're calling that 1 barter.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Then we need to do something.
1 barter is
is
enough to buy lodgings for a week.
Yep.
Which is why it's the cost for living in this move.
Yeah.
So I mean, the thing is that I don't think that the wizards can give you much physical stuff, right? That's not their thing. No. You could have got insight out of them, but yeah. So I think they can give you 1 barter.
That's it.
Okay. Well, then in that case, we still have a problem, and this session we need to arrange to do a jingle.
Look, we could talk. I've got some barter rattling around in my pockets.
Okay. What?
We could talk.
We could talk. If we're talking in a scene.
Yeah, no, totally.
What does it look like?
Yeah.
Who
So
wants
what
to
is
frame it?
I'm just thinking, is Mito the kind of person to do that really jazz music, blues musician thing where they almost boast about their problems? Do you know that thing I'm talking about?
You mean the
I got
I think
man, life's so terrible. All I've got's this good pair of shoes. I'm broke and my car's broke down. My wife is broke too. Yeah, that thing, right? Because I can totally see this happening on the way back from the Grove, as we're on our way out, and you're telling us, and the lights are going out, and we can't get any heat, and You know,
Well, yeah,
maybe
this
we're
is-
gonna have to close up shop.
Yeah,
Like, does that seem like a good way to have this scene?
I mean,
or do
one
you
of
want to
the
do something
things
else?
that Mito needs, like as far as Barter goes, to keep the place running,
yeah,
is gasoline, right? Like, because generators run
That's
the
true.
run the radio.
yeah.
That's true.
So I could absolutely be like, you know, I try and do, Sunshine. I try and do good, right? I try and. I'm just a man pushing information out there. The job is bigger than I am. I'm not able to do this by myself a lot of the time. They were poor, like they were people who were in need, but they understood. They understood that this bountiful wagon of peaches is will keep the music alive. Do you want the music to die, Sunshine?
Wow, that turned from a friendly conversation into a seduce or manipulate so quickly.
Real fast. Yep.
It went from
Yeah,
hey,
no,
this is
to-
real
I
shit
totally,
to like can you be my
totally.
friend to the music will die.
Yeah. No. That feels very much like that. That's a move.
Yeah, you're rolling a seduce or manipulate there, Mito.
Yeah, fair enough. Mm.
Sunny Jim, buddy, friend.
Oh.
That's hilarious. What happens in a miss for interpersonal? I've got to remember. Interplayer. Seduce or manipulate. Friend PC for PCs. On 7 I choose one. On a miss. Yeah.
Be
I mean, it's
prepared
up.
for
So
the
on a
worst.
miss, it's still up to you, Luke. But
Yeah.
there's gonna be an issue.
Yeah. There's gonna be extra GM bullshit, horse shit. Yeah. Add a tick to the GM horse shit clock.
It's great because like the way that I'm doing this now, chat can see the bullshit.
Yep. Yeah, okay. I think I think there's been something like distant about Sunrise on the way back. Partly because of all this trauma that has happened to them in terms of remembering bad shit, but also like a distinct like observational distance from Mito. And I think when you like start trying to do the manipulation thing, I think suddenly what was a small crack is suddenly a great yawning gulf. And they just like freeze you out. I think they're just like never did much care for electric music. I prefer it
Looks
when
like
you
I'm-
sing live. And I think they just walk off. In fact, oh fuck, this is as we reach like the parting point where
Yeah.
like Giv and I need to go back in our direction and you have to go up to the tower, and I like literally just turn and walk away.
I'm assuming you're taking main instead of going back up through the industrial yard this time. I'm gonna put I'll put text on there for that. Map. I'm gonna call this main road. So, okay. There you go. So main road heading north.
So the problem with finding a picture of my character is
it
that
material?
well, there is that. Yes, is that they're mercurial, so it's unreliable because it will change. But I do think that they have like a favorite kind of look. But actually, I think that their favorite look is a real person that I know.
No, yeah, don't. Yeah.
So, well, no, like as in like I can't use a picture of that person anyway. So, but I'm trying to find like someone who looks like them,
Yeah, I know who you mean as well.
and that's Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. And that's really tricky. So I might have to like make an art. I'll make an art for next time.
Yeah.
Wow, we should all be so lucky to have such skill. I wish I could just casually do an art of my character. That'd be cool as hell.
I mean, I could do an art of your character.
That would be
Could do.
cool.
Could do an art of everyone's character.
That sounds cool. That sounds cool.
We'll
Mad
see.
skills.
We'll see.
I'll write a recipe
Can
inspired by
you
everyone's
just
character.
draw like a MS Paint or something to put in there so we can use a token for now?
Yeah, it's just like eye here, mouth, nose.
So, GM, do you have some questions
Oh, my
for
question
me?
was, Sunrise, do you give anything to Mito?
Nope.
Cool.
Not even the time of day.
Right.
Trying that manipulator bullshit on me. I'm too old to deal with this crap.
Oh, that goes straight to 9 o'clock. Wow. No, let's say 6. Alright. Yeah. Mito, you return to... Does the radio tower have a name, or is it just the radio tower?
It's just the radio tower, I think.
Cool. Yeah, you return to the radio tower, and you like, and you see that like there's tossed over wheelie bins that have now frozen to the road, in the street, and there's probably a possum like trying to like scratch at it to get it to like try and like get at whatever's inside this like tossed over wheelie bin. It probably had like compost or something in it, because there are a couple of people who live in some of the like buildings around here, but yeah, and like you can see that like as you come in, like the roof is heavy with ice, and like the batten wooden walls and whatnot are like dark and wet, and the door appears to be like iced over. What do you do?
Iced over as in like the door is frozen shut. I can't open the door.
I mean, not initially.
I'm gonna get really frustrated with the door, and eventually, do the whole and just shake at it and bang at it and hope to try and shake whatever's loose. And the door opens inwards, so I'm gonna shoulder charge it.
Yeah, right. That sounds like a move.
That sounds like it's going to go so well. Here's the question. Are they trying to seize the door by force, or are they acting under fire?
Well, seize by force is specifically a battle move, right? Like, it's specifically
That's true.
against a person.
In this edition, yeah.
Let me just check what the results are. You know what?
Inflict
Seize by
terrible
force
harm.
versus the door. I'll allow it. I mean, here's the thing, right? Like you're like this outside space. I think it's really like you're seizing your like safety by force from the elements, right? In that, you've walked all the way back up to the thing to the radio tower in like the icy winds that have picked up, and like you were already like you'd been warm in the grove, and then you came out into the like back out into the iciness, and so you're actually at risk of taking some cold. So I think you're seizing by force. You're seizing by force against the elements themselves.
Okay. All right, I'm all right with that. I should roll that. Succeeds partially.
All right.
And
So
I
when you
level
succeed
up.
by force, and you succeed partially. So this is on the battle moves, Jimmy, on the handout.
Yep.
First off, you exchange harm, but you roll hard. On a 10 plus, you choose 3. On a 7 to 9, you choose 2. So choose 2 out of inflict terrible harm. So you do more harm to the elements / your door. You suffer little harm, so you don't take as much damage. You take definite and undeniable control of it. Or you impress, dismay, or frighten your enemy. Now, I'm just going to check because I think I'm doing 1 D harm, I think it is.
I'm totally imagining here that the difference between inflict terrible harm and seize control is that like inflict terrible harm means that the door is gone and the way is open, whereas seize control means that the door is intact and openable again.
I was thinking exactly the same thing. So the 2 that I would like to take.
So no. Here's the thing: you take definite and undeniable control of it, means that you are definitely getting in.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that's better. No, you're right.
You inflict terrible harm means that you're inflicting terrible harm on the ice, which means that it's not going to freeze over again.
Both.
No, I kind of like this is I like the idea that this is a thing that just happens all the time to Mito. It's just like they just don't learn from the mistake of letting the door freeze over. So I'm going to take less harm and take undeniable control of the door.
All right, so because I was doing 1 harm to you as established because of the weather, I'm going. So you're taking 1 less. So you're going to roll a harm move plus 0. So that's just rolling 2d6. You are shivering and hungry.
It's just roll 2d6 with a slash in front of it, right?
The grind happens. You are hungry and thirsty.
7 on the harm move. Which
Uh-oh.
let me see if I can find it. Where's harm moves gone? I've lost the harm move. Harm and healing moves. When you suffer harm, roll plus harm suffered. On a 10 plus, the MC can choose 1. On 7 to 9, the MC can choose one of these. Alright. You miss noticing something important. Yes.
Oh.
Excellent. Cool. I'm not supposed to name my move, sorry.
We'll just
No,
forget that
that's
we had that.
that's
So yeah, you head inside. Your office looks as normal.
And it absolutely is.
And is this where we then like cut like is this where the time skip cuts
Yeah, this
in?
is where the time skip happens then.
Yeah, cool.
Nice.
It's like over the opening credits of the next episode, we see the brave battle of one DJ and one door.
There's definitely
as for
like an angry looking like a couple of like angry honey eaters or whatever, like swooping at you as you do it.
the background for music for this should be like
Benny Hill.
Yeah, if someone in the chat can find a punk rock cover.
That's
of the
literally
Benny
what I
Hill
was just
theme.
about to say. Yeah, it's
Cover
like
Benny Hill.
exactly.
I mean, it probably exists. Probably exists.
Oh god. All right.
Cool. Moving on.
We skip forward a couple of days. All right. So, yeah, there's a couple of people dead in the street just from the cold.
A couple of people dead in the street.
I mean, the thing is, they just kind of get pushed out of the way because other people are happy to steal their place in Market Day, right? Like they're like,
No.
there's a free spot.
And then they freeze. And then they
Yeah.
freeze to the road.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
And that's I'm putting a claim in. I reckon that actually becomes like a major OH&S hazard when the damp comes. Because like in the heat and like no one remembers where they were. Sorry, am I starting to get too body horror for you? Anna? Like,
do we all understand our red card rules?
Yeah, we understand. That's okay. No, I'm not red carding. I'm just
being gross.
You're just squeamish.
That's just really gross.
Yeah. I try.
I reckon there's one on like main road or one of those like long stretches, right? There's one of these like bodies frozen to the road, and I think we start the day with like the sound of like tires sliding on ice, and then like a thump, and then like the sound of like massive bits of metal like hitting the ground repeatedly. And I think we just see Give like looking like we see them arc their eyes as they watch something fly through the air, and then we like zoom out and see a Mark II Toyota Celica, but with like big metal wheels instead of actual tires, and like little wings like welded onto the side of it, and like someone's cut the top out of the bonnet and it's got like an air intake coming out of the top, and it just like flips through the air, having hit like one of these bodies on the like frozen to the road, and just like lands and like lands on its roof, with like in the middle of the road. Give, what do you do?
So I'm like presumably near. This is near the market, but the market isn't on. Yeah. Okay. So presumably I've just like come out of my den to do something.
School.
Okay. Right. Yeah. Okay. So I was probably in the middle of like stealing someone's stuff for food, and so this car is just like basically like crashed and rolled. Yeah. Do I recognize the car?
I mean, it's definitely one of the Sons of Combustion, right? Like.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I think Give's instinct is to hide and watch. I want to see if the person has survived or not.
Cool. All right.
Because like I'm too small to pull someone out of a upside down wrecked car.
Yeah. Yeah, you smell the distinctive smell of petrol, like you know, like free and happy into the air, like petrol escapes when it can, and it does so now. And I think we see like this dude with shaved lines in his head, like just like his whole head is like lines shaved. And he starts like pulling himself out of the car. He's not wearing a seatbelt, so you know. And like,
what's a seatbelt?
Yeah, exactly. And he's pulling himself out with like one arm, and you can see that the other arm is not like working. Probably something to do with the massive wound at the shoulder. His face has like a massive piece of like glass, just like from like the bridge of his nose down to the side of his cheek, just like poking out. And he's like, and he starts pulling himself out, and then like starts like yelling in pain as like the petrol starts like falling onto his face as he's with this like wound as he's like trying to pull himself out.
It's a shame he's not a PC, because that glass sounds like it belongs to him.
I mean, it absolutely doesn't, but
it does now.
Of course. I think. Yeah, so he's trying to, like, he's half out the car, but can't, like, pull himself. I think when Gibb sees that, they, like, emerge out of the bush that they were hiding in, and sort of, like, trot over, and kind of, like, crouch down to try and, like, get within sort of, like, they're not getting within, like, grabbing distance of this person,
Yeah.
but they're getting within like the distance such that like hoping that he will sort of see them there.
Yeah, and he definitely does, and he's like, he's like, it's you, the kid. Oh fuck, help me! I gotta find that new fucker.
Who do you have to find?
And he's like, I don't know. They're supposed. We gotta do a deal. We gotta do a deal with. And you hear the sound of somewhere in the car. You hear the sound of something catching on fire.
Okay. Okay. So I'm like, are you talking about my Lola?
He's like, I don't know. They got, quick! Someone's got guns. We need to get the guns. Help me out.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna like grab this guy's arm, the good arm, and try and just like I just like lean back with my full body weight, just really, you know, like really kind of kid awkward, just try and unskillfully pull him out of the car.
I mean, it sounds like you're acting under fire, especially considering the fact that his legs are now on fire.
Okay, yeah, holy crap. All right.
Hang in there, Mito. It's gonna be okay.
Oh my god. Okay.
Kiddo's got this.
I mean, we'll see. Acting under fire. Okay. Oh wow! Yeah, 11.
His
Sweet.
legs don't even sound like petrol. I'm amazed.
Fantastic.
I am the prophet. I said
Yeah.
you got this.
You're
got
right.
this.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. So I think like that's sort of that thing of like I put my full body weight and then like he just kind of like flies out of the car like suddenly after a moment and I kind of like roll into the like gutter or whatever.
I think he like you pull him out and he like flies out, right? Like the two of you like just kind of like, because like I think the road's on like a bit of a hill, like a bit of a camber, like it's been built up to keep it level, and like both of you like tumble down that, and like I think he like smashes his head on a like one of those drain boxes that come up come up and lead down into the drains, which is probably how you got here in the first place.
Yeah, I was gonna say that would be absolutely where I came out of.
Yeah, cool. I think like, do you do anything to mark to yourself where your entrances and exits are, or do you just know?
I think
I mean,
no, I think I've just memorized it. I think I've just memorized it. Maybe have like a map in my den or something like that. Like I've maybe drawn a map in my den, and whenever I go in there, like I make a point of looking at it again. But I don't think I carry anything with me, and I don't think I mark them from the outside.
Cool. So he smashes his head on this cement block and is out cold.
Okay, I'm gonna like grab him and awkwardly drag him a little further, like off the side of the road.
Then I'm gonna because you've done the thing, we just see the fire like go straight across the like above you, from this like exploding car.
I think there's like unless there's some reason that you don't like this, I think there's like a shot of like the explosion and Giv is like silhouetted, you know, with like in front of this explosion, just like looting the guy's pockets.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm picturing like this is it's exactly the same composition as that like hero shot where like the heroic fireman brings him out, but instead it's like first you like awkwardly dragging him by his legs and like shuffling along like a child, and then just rambling
just like
through his pockets.
Yep. I'm just gonna
the least glorious
grab
version
whatever
of that
is
shot
in
you
his
can imagine.
pockets, and then I haven't decided beyond that.
In which case, like, take a barter, and a note that says, new warlord.
Wait.
A new boss.
Can Giv read?
Good question.
No, absolutely I can't.
You get a note with some writing on it.
Cool. I'll put note.
It's on the back of a photograph. The photograph is of um, it's like a promotional shot for a new building. It's like someone's like being like, "Hey, this is going to be the new high rise where we're gonna have a bunch of like residential stuff. Come and live here." But it's like 60 years old or whatever.
Cool. Yeah, so I think Give like picks it up note side first, looks at it, and just like immediately sort of doesn't seem to register that as interesting at all, and like turns it over, and then like takes a moment to look at like this picture of the building, and I think like
It's like the building has like fresh produce like markets out the front and like art hanging on the walls and like neon signs and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. So like Give sort of like stares at this picture like quite sort of like hungrily, and it's the same expression that they had when they were looking at the calendar that is in their like den. This calendar of all of these like beautiful places and everything. So they're like sort of staring at all of this like glamorous, shiny building and produce. Yeah, and then they'll like safely sort of tuck it into their like clothes or something. I think they've got like a little bag.
Cool. Sunrise.
Yeah.
There's a knock on the door.
Yep.
It's the right knock.
It's the right knock. Okay, good. I was just about to ask. Yeah, so I clear my throat to let them know I'm like I heard it, and yeah, I head down from the tower and open the door.
Yeah. It is it's a youngish woman. You recognize her. She's one of the people that like comes to you for help pretty regularly. She's kind of one of the leaders of the main community that lives like south of that road where Market Day is, like south of Market. So like of the people that are in this area, like she's the main like person who gets shit done. And like she comes to you fairly regularly. And yeah, she's there being like to be like, oh, Sunrise, thank God you're home. I came around the other day but you weren't here. And she's got like way too much gray hair for like mid-20s. And like too many lines and things like that, and she's wearing like a big she's wearing like a poncho, and then you can tell that she's wearing like a bathrobe with like a bath towel with like a thing cut under it, a hole cut in it as another poncho underneath, and then like just like layers and layers of clothes. And she's got like Ugg boots that she's like put like a layer over a water, like it's like gum boots with Ugg boots inside. And she's there being like Sunrise, we've got to do something. Some of the old folks, if they go out to market and they freeze, that's their own fault. But if people are dying in their own homes, we've got to help them.
It's a bad freeze. I've never seen it this bad before. And I think they make like a thoughtful humming noise to buy a little bit of time.
Do you want to name this person?
Yeah, sure. Kettle.
Pardon?
Kettle.
Cool.
Yeah, and I think like as Sunrise takes this like this like delaying pause, I think they're like looking at Kettle and like check and like kind of assessing like how she's doing. Like, I mean, obviously she's tired, stressed, and like emotionally strung out because she's Kettle, and like
she always is.
Running the community around here is not a fun or easy job, but like
she cares too much, right? That's her problem.
Yeah, she cares. It's gonna kill her.
The only reason she's survived so far is because she's cared for the right people.
Yeah, but yeah, like I think they're like looking her up and down and getting a feeling for like what is her mood like.
She's You might want to roll for that actually.
Yeah, no, I think that's fair.
Yeah. Yeah, it's charged enough.
Yeah. Well, if it wasn't before, I've made it.
I'm interested to know how. Like, yeah.
Well, it's that old John Harper quote, right? Like, as soon as you make one of these moves, you've just made the situation charge.
Yeah.
Because it's a declaration of intent. Like, all right. How did that go? Okay. That was all right.
Wow,
That was all right.
Your overlay, your thing doing? That's weird. I don't know if it looks weird for you. It looks weird for me.
The little like up
Yeah,
marking
the
thing.
like up curly
yeah,
boy.
I don't
sharp.
know what is up with that.
Anyway, partial success.
Partial success. I get to read one.
Yep.
Yeah, hold one.
Hold one. So yeah, you can ask that anytime during the conversation. But yeah, she's kind of looking for you. You've bought time. She starts. She's like, I feel like this is the worst winter we've had. I feel like the nights are longer again. She's like, you know those big candles. Last night, like one didn't even burn down before the sunset again. Sorry, yesterday one didn't even burn down before the sunset again.
Yeah, I think there's like a long, kind of tired sigh at that. You say something's got to be done. All right. What is it you're proposing?
Yeah, she's like, we need fuel. We need to work out how we can get more.
All right, I'm gonna ask, what does your character intend to do? And like the direction I'm steering is like, how far is she prepared to go to do that? Getting a fuel is kind of like the angle I'm trying to take with this particular question. Like, yeah, like, okay, we need to get fuel. Like, what does she intend to do about that? Is what I'm like trying to figure out.
Yeah, I mean, like, she's asking you, right? She's asking you for charity.
Yeah, okay.
But at the same time, like, she's not gonna like. She knows it's a bad idea to do violence on you, but she might go
do violence on someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that. Hmm. Yeah, so you're not wrong. We do need fuel, or we're all gonna freeze. That or we need to find somewhere smaller and closer to live, but packed in like that.
She's like.
Yeah, they just like trail off.
I don't want to be living like partridges, like the ones heading over to partridges. It's like a rat nest over there.
Hey, rats outlived the world that was.
The ones heading over to partridges.
Easier to heat one building.
Yeah. So she's like, looks around and she's like, well, this one's not small.
And my eyes go up to like the tower where I think like we know each other well enough that she knows that is where I'm like,
yeah,
I don't have to.
This is where you live.
Yeah, yeah, like my eyes go up to the tower room where I actually live, and I'm like, I don't have to heat the whole thing.
She's like, yeah, but like, if we're gonna heat one building, we may as well make one. May as well be one that we have space for. Now you know that there are other buildings of similar size in the town that some of which are used, some of which aren't.
Yeah.
Do you want to weigh in, Jim?
Well, I just would like to point out that one of the features of my studio is that it attracts an endless stream of as an endless stream of desperate people that I have an obligation to help.
Mm.
And you're not my friend right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Like, I was already kind of thinking in that direction. You've just cinched it. I'm like, stone's a mixed blessing. Holds heat like nothing else, but God, it's hard to get it warm. You want somewhere warm? You want somewhere where your people will be safe? Go up to the tower. We all know Mito's a bleeding heart. He'll help him out.
She's like, all right. She's like, yeah.
Particularly
I
if
think
you'll
we
give
can-
him a hand around the place. He'll let you stay for months.
She's like, yeah, all right. I guess so. It's a long way.
And look,
Some of these old folk won't like being separated. Won't like being separated that far from their family. But
oh, it's true. It's true, but needs must. And look, I feel you about the fuel. Tell you what. Next time I go out looking, if you send a couple along, they can have a share of what we find.
and she's like, I'll get some of them young ones. Get them busy. Get them moving. Make sure they don't get caught up in all that combustion bullshit. Our fire is real fire. Whatever is in those machines is what brought the world down.
And I just like stay notably
I know,
silent
right? Like,
because
she
that's not what
just-
happened. But
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Like,
She thinks that she has an idea of what
Yeah,
she
yeah.
thinks happened.
yeah. I think this is actually like an iconic Sunrise experience. As people are like, yes, this thing made the apocalypse happen. They're just like looks into the camera like they're on The Office.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Do you want to close that
Yep.
scene there and take a break? What do you?
I have one more thing I want to do.
Yeah.
Which is that I think after she leaves, Sunrise goes up into their room, where there's like a tiny little stove that they've
Mhm.
jury rigged, and they stare into the fire, and they open the fake burning gumnut eye, and I'm gonna go
Yes.
gazing.
Yes.
And I want to, and I want to find a source of fuel.
Cool.
Yep.
Roll it up, friend.
Let's try not to fuck up. Oh my god, I didn't fuck up.
You didn't fuck up completely.
I'm so proud of myself.
I'm assuming everyone's
I
remembering
opened-
to mark XP on their own. I don't need to remind you.
Oh,
Yep.
wait. Yes, I missed one.
Which reminds me, I've leveled up, but I'll talk to you about that
We'll talk about that
in
after
the
the break.
break, I think. Yeah.
Yep. Cool.
All right.
So
how do you do for weird?
I got an 8. So impression.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Where is fuel? Where can I find fuel?
And you already know about. Trying to make a decision. Nah, it's got to be. It's got to be. You see people wailing, and you hear the sounds of crows. And you see like just stick figures carrying like a bundle. There's six stick figures carrying a bundle on their shoulders, and they climb up this this skeleton of some ancient creature, and they like leave the bundle on top of the ancient creature, and like and then they climb back down, and then you hear this like wailing take up a new like resonance, this new like volume as people like really get into it, as the crows descend upon the body, upon the bundle, which is like it's a body. Sorry.
I mean, the bundle that is definitely not a body.
It's a
Now it's a body.
We know,
Who am I kidding?
Yeah.
It's absolutely a body.
Yeah, and like I think you're and then I think it like zooms out and you see the caves behind them, and you see like everyone is outside the caves in amongst all of these like skeleton like shapes, and wailing at this body.
Yep.
I think
have
you
I
recognize
been
those caves.
have I been to the Bone Garden before?
I think you,
or at the very least, do I know where it is?
I think what happens is, like, I think, yeah, you wake up somewhere which is not in your tower. Where is it?
Oh, yeah, nice.
Like, you do something in your sleep.
I think it's the lookout.
Yeah. Right.
Where I was, harvesting for combustibles with Give in the first place.
Cool. So you find yourself out there, and you have, you've got, like there's a, what's the thing where you measure levels for when you're building something or
spirit level.
Spirit level.
Yeah, like one of those like telescopic spirit levels, and there's one of those just in front of you, and you like wake up and like you look up at this thing, and it's like it's like one of the like lenses like staring down at you like a curious animal, and you can see it's pointed off into the distance.
Yeah, cool.
And you get up and you look into it, I assume.
Yep.
And it's pointed at the Gearhead Quarries.
All right. Cool.
So
nice.
Yeah. Let's take a break.